2x2 video wall. I'm going to be doing some, going to be adjusting some of the cables here. So all these screens will now be connected to this 2x2 processor. Okay, so what we have is a 2x2 video wall controller. So this is all it does, just a video wall processor. It's one of our higher end video wall controllers. It has multiple inputs. Right now, I have two inputs connected. One is my laptop, and the other one is the Apple TV. You can have two HDMI inputs, one Type-C, one USB-C, and one DVI. And you can switch between which content you like to have to play. Control is extremely easy with this video wall using a remote control that we included. Of course, it has buttons that does the same thing as well, but you should be able to do everything on a remote control. It also has a network port for you to connect your, if you want to control it using your PC, you can do that as well. So we'll start with, right now everything is set to a single screen. Basically, each screen will have the same content. But what I'll do is I'm gonna try to make it a video wall out of it. So what's nice with this controller is that it has OSD, basically display on screen. So then you'll be able to see everything what you're doing. The first part is video. So going into video, you can do video switching. Currently, I have it on 4. So let me switch it to 3. 3 is the Apple TV. Okay. Right now, this is what we call a 1x1 mode, where each screen has the same content. But I'll change it 2x2 in different the other modes as well. Okay, let's try going to the video wall. Within the video wall menu, there are two settings: preset and setup. So basically, preset has the most popular video wall layout you can get. And then if it's not something that you need, that doesn't fit the way you want your video wall to look, you can go into setup and do a manual configuration. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm going into a preset and change the 1x1 to 2x2. So in doing 2x2, you will get a 2x2 video wall. Basically, all 4 screens now are combined. You can do also, let's say, this is gonna look weird, but if you do 1x4, for instance, or actually 4x1, the screen will stretch to supposedly 4 screens going this way, going horizontally. That's what 4x1 means. 1x4 means you would have the screens stacking on top of each other, 4 of them. Go back to a 2x2 to get you back. In a manual setup, you can set, right now the vertical number is 2, and also at the horizontal number of screens are 2, basically horizontal 2 screens, vertical 2 screens. So if we want to set something like a 1x2, for instance, you would do horizontal is still 2, horizontal 2 screens, and then let's do for vertical, just select 1. So in 1, what you see is that you're doing a 1x2. This assumes that you only have 2 screen 1x2 going across this way. So as you can see, the screen will stretch to a 1x2. Of course, this is not ideal for you to see it this way with this particular content's aspect ratio, but of course you're going to create your own content where you want it to have a different aspect ratio, so it's going to look proportional. So we have a 1x2 here, but here you can still get the individual screen. So you can set it up however you like, 1x2, 1x3, and so forth, depending on your setup. Cascading, you can have up to 5 pieces cascade together. That will get you up to a 10x10. Mirror mode, this is something that you probably won't see very often. You'll be able to, let's pause this. So when you do a mirror mode, it's basically swapping your, it's basically putting your image in like a mirror. So now it's just switches. I'm not sure what instance you're gonna need this for. Let's say you have your TV mounted on the ceiling for some reason, and then you want it to be to be viewed in a different angle. You can do that. You can do X only or Y only. For X and Y is basically flipping the image. Okay, let me go back to switching. And switch it to input 4. So input 4 is currently my PC here. Just to show you the fast switching that you're getting when you switch devices. And rotation. Each of these screens can be rotated 100 degrees independently. So let's say right now, 1 is not rotated, but if you do yes here, it rotated 180 degrees. The reason for this is basically sometimes you have screens that have thick bezel at the bottom. You want to flip this image upside down so that you get very minimal bezel between the screens. You would want to do that so that the image would not have any gap in between. So you can do that independently on each screen. Okay, turn it back. This control is quite easy because everything is showing up here. Lastly, you can set the edge. So there are certain intervals that you can go. You can set the edge so that, let's say your scrimmage sometimes, for some reason, it's out of alignment. You can do minor adjustments and basically select these values just to get them to look properly. You can have x-axis or y-axis. I'm not going to do that because my wall is not all the way aligned anyway. I also have audio and system information in the menu as well. I won't go over that because I don't have the audio portion set up. But that is it for this video wall. Very easy to use and very powerful as well.